and welcome to Fisher and Kage.
Are we back?
We are.
I thought we were not doing anything. A little cool little intro or nothing.
You want one?
That was a cool intro. Welcome back to Fisher and Kage. 5 things you can't live without. This is something that you brought up a few weeks ago that has kind of been on the back burner for us because it's kind of fun. And when we first started talking about it, I was like, all right, if we do 5 things you can't live without, obviously you got to throw water, air, and all that shit we understand. Foundationally, fundamentally, as species, there's certain things we can't live without. But outside of that, the superfluous, the superficial, the something else other than the stuff that you have to have.
Wish I knew this was coming up right now. Because when I thought about this, I actually made a list and I sent an email to myself.
Well, no, you got some time.
Yeah, all right.
So after we sent this, did you make a list as well, Ed?
Yeah.
Good, I'm going to go last.
Okay. All right. Well, do we go over all 5? So 5 things you just can't, you don't want to live without.
We do one at a time.
All right, I'm going to start then.
And before we do this, too.
So count it down 5 to number 1?
Don't forget, we got to promote Thursday because you guys are going to be hanging out for the first time at.
Actually, it's the 3rd time, but it's not even official. We're going to be there Thursday.
Yeah, we don't have an official gig yet until June.
Next week.
That'll be next week, yep.
Yeah.
And that'll be the Flying Pig on Thursday, starting in June. But we are going to hang out there on Thursday. We'll flyer the place and pass out flyers to other people that are there, let them know that we'll be there the following week. But yeah, so make plans to join us. That's Thursday, June, whatever that's 4th?
It's June 4th.
Yep, at the Flying Pig. All right. Coming in at number 5 of things that technically we should probably say I don't want to live without, because I can't live without, that would be water and air and shit, oxygen. Diet Coke is number 5.
Oof, yep.
No matter how many times I try to, you can say, oh, you're an addict then. Maybe, but no matter how many times I want to give up this stuff and the aspartame and the shit that's in it, I can't. There's something about Diet Coke that I keep coming back to, and I don't want to live without it. Would that be on your list?
It is on my list. Oh, I found it. Okay. Damn, I thought this was a couple segments from now. I didn't know it was right now. My computer's dying. Diet Coke, so you just want to go down? You want to?
Yeah, we'll do one of each.
All right, well, my number 5, we're doing top to bottom. My number 5 would be Chinese food. I need Chinese food. I could eat Chinese food 3 times a day, every day for the rest of my life and be totally content.
I love Chinese food, General Tso's chicken. One of my favorite things of all time, and I know it's the worst thing on the menu for you, probably.
Honey chicken.
You know,
all of it though, beef and broccoli.
The biggest frustration with Chinese food I've had is I eat these things called dim sum.
Is this the soup he's trying to say? Dim sum?
No, it's dim sum.
No.
Oh, dim sum.
Dim sum. D-E-M-S-E-M. They're little nuggets.
Dim sum. They're little pouches. Okay, look it up.
I'm telling you, we should dim
my favorite
sums.
part of the show. Okay. So what about the dim sims?
Yeah, tell us about them. Because I've never had that.
They used to make them in New Jersey. There's only a certain kind of Chinese food restaurant that makes them, and I think it's Mongolian maybe.
Okay.
So a lot of these places that you have down here.
No, continue. I'm going to look it up.
That's not right at all.
I'm telling you.
Just the Mongolians do dim sum? I don't know.
Listen.
Maybe I'm wrong. I forgot. This is something I've never had this before. These dim sum.
You know how they have all these little places that you walk in, the quick takeout places? Yes. None of those places make the dim sum. There was a spot in New Jersey that used to do it, and there was a spot in Dunedin that used to do it at Tonghua in Dunedin.
Okay.
And they don't do them anymore. Dim sum.
D-I-M. Dim sum.
Yeah, there is a dim sum. Well, is that how it's spelled then? Because it's D-E-M-S-E-M? Is that how dim sum is spelled?
Dim sum.
Okay, well then we're talking about the same thing. I've never heard it. I never heard it pronounced dim sum.
Dim sum, ham-made steamed pork dumplings.
Sweet.
Yeah. And they come out in the little cart.
Dim sum.
I've always heard it called dim sum, like a
and
dim
I've
sum
seen it
soup.
spelled dim sum.
Right. But it is spelled dim sum as well, so those fucking Mongolians, he's right.
Maybe this is a totally different dim sum.
You Mongolians,
not a dim sum.
Quit fucking with the dumpling.
Put in D-I-M-S-U-M as well.
Those are different.
It's the little dumplings, and they'll come around a little tray. It's the same thing. There's meat sometimes in them, or maybe a fish, but you can't have the fish. Look, dim sum right there.
Those aren't the ones that I eat.
All right.
Lauren, my girlfriend just goes, what would you, if you had to choose between me and Diet Coke? She goes, never mind, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
All right, so dim sum is something you can or cannot live without.
No, I was just saying how I like dim sum.
Okay.
Now you guys
so you're adding to his conversation.
Yeah.
Dim sum is not in your list.
No, because I've been living without dim sum.
It's delicious, though.
Okay.
Go to New York and have some dim sum.
Let's do it.
I've been living without dim sum. That was my whole point.
Okay. So first on your list.
I just feel weird. I feel like
Popcorn.
Something you can't live
is something
without.
totally different.
Yes.
Popcorn.
I love popcorn.
How often do you have popcorn?
Well, when I wasn't dieting and watching what I was eating, I was having a bag a night.
You do a microwave bag a night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Do what?
You know,
It.
put those 15 pounds on that you just
I will
lost.
tell you, no matter what, no matter if I'm dieting or not, when I go to the movies,
I know.
I have to have popcorn.
I'm the same way, and I know that it's not even butter. I know that it's an oil butter substitute that is just as horrible for you as this shit. But I can't. I'm with you, man, and I got to fill it up halfway. That's good. That's good. I'll be right back. Get over there. Take it back to the guy. All right, now you can fill it up.
I think dim sum. I think you're totally lying. I don't think you actually pulled that up properly. I think you're lying because now I'm
No,
looking
I
for
did-
something. Look,
I pulled up dim sum.
I even did like dim sum or dim sum, and it actually changed it to dim sum on every single one of them.
Okay.
So I think you're lying. I think you pulled it up and you're it's dim sum.
I just showed you the shit.
But there is dim sum there.
I think maybe that cyber kitchen person just spelled it wrong.
Maybe.
I don't think that's right. Look at
Oh, wait. Ed Gruby.
Who's that?
Look, dim sum at Brick, New Jersey. Was that the place?
No.
Oh.
It was called the China House.
All right, so the top of your list, or the bottom, I guess, of things, popcorn.
And the best way to do it too at the movie theaters is if you ever go to the movie theaters, have them layer it.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Or they'll layer it for you?
Yeah.
Oh, no. They'll fill up the bag halfway. I'll go put the popcorn in, shake it up some, and then take it back, have them fill it the rest of the way up, and then put some more popcorn on it, and then go in and just grab my heart the whole time.
Well, Crystal, my wife has got this creative way to do the butter where you'll.
She got a hole in the bottom of the bucket.
No, I do that.
This is a creative way to eat popcorn.
I was like, just aim it away from my mouth.
She puts it in my lap and then does this.
No, she'll put some butter on top and then take a straw and put a straw down to the middle, and then
Genius!
just put the butter through the straw. So I'm like, it's not quite big enough. It works perfectly, but
just need
it's
a
not
bigger
quite big enough. And now this is on tape. I'm going to invent this.
Bring it to Shark Tank. Bring it to Shark Tank.
I'm gonna have a little straw that you take to the movie theater, and you put it in, and you let the butter go through. It'll come with its own little case.
Right, and then it doesn't go all the way through. You have to have the holes in the side, so as it goes down, then it comes out this. Oh yeah, guys! All right, this podcast. Well, as soon as we get this on the market, will be over.
Well, no, we just figured out how to actually make money doing this shit.
That's a great idea.
And we're gonna open up a Chinese food restaurant that has dim sum.
If you don't feel like you're fat enough, if you don't feel like you have enough cholesterol or oily butter in your system, oh, this straw will get it done for you. I'm excited.
Thanks, Billy.
Hey.
Why don't we call it the margarine straw?
Okay, so the next one on my list is
I want to know why. No, I'm gonna ask why. Why is it the margarine straw? Why?
You don't want to hear my reason.
I want a reason. Why is it the margarine straw? You
don't get
said
it?
like that.
Brady Bunch.
No.
Margarine.
I was just
No,
thinking-
wait a minute.
I was
Hang
thinking
on.
I was thinking of a mixed drink with a straw, so it came to mind of gin. So margarine. Don't worry about it.
So gin, which actually didn't say at all. You said margarine.
Number 4.
Margarine.
Just let's move on. Number 4.
Please.
All right, number 4 is buffalo wings. Or wings. They don't have to be buffalo. All those are my favorite.
Wings.
But, like we were talking about the other night at dinner, it's hard for me not, if I go to a place and there's wings on the menu, it's hard for me not to order wings. There's just something about, and they could be my favorite kind, the fried kind, hot sauce, but not too hot. And just love I could eat that shit all day long. But I also love the blackened. I
I
love
said
the
the
grilled.
same thing to my wife last night.
About wings?
No.
Dim sum.
Just one set of wings.
Just
You've been doing about bat wings.
I think I just blessed somebody.
But
bat wings.
She doesn't have bat wings. I told you.
favorite wing you ever had?
Favorite wing I ever had. Actually, my favorite wings are
From Crystals. Get it?
I get it. I get it.
They got wings. They do.
My buddy Garrett makes really good wings in his green egg. I had them on Sunday.
Oh.
Those are my favorite.
I think my favorite wing of all time was a place over in Daytona Beach called the Ocean Deck. It's still there.
Ocean what?
The Ocean Deck.
Gotcha.
And they did or do these wings called the King's Wings. And I can't remember if the process is they bake them or I think they grill them first and then at the last second they just throw them in the fryer for a second just to kind of finish them
They
off.
call that a flash fry?
Or it's the other way around. I can't remember. But anyway, whatever. It was the best wing I ever had. Now, granted, that was been 15 years ago, so I might have had better wings. But I'm a big fan of the wing. That's fourth on my list.
Okay, so 4 for me is Diet Coke.
Coming in at number 2 or 4.
Yeah,
Diet Coke.
I need Diet Coke in my life.
As Crystal then now went, okay, I know this is something I'm not going to stop him drinking, so Jesse, knock yourself out. Hubby, I know it's not good for you, but I love you.
No.
She's still on you?
I'll hear about this one when I get home. I will hear about this. But it wasn't even mine.
This one was named Benjamin.
It was Benjamin.
Number 4 on your list.
Number 4.
Hey, dim sum.
Yes.
Number 4 on your list. After popcorn.
Number 4, music.
Cannot live without music.
Okay. All right. I mean, no, a lot of
I feel
14-year-olds
like
say
you're pulling
that.
the shit out of your ass, but
I think he is too.
I don't think you have a list.
Yeah, I do. I have number 1.
No, I think it's like when we're at a restaurant. Like, you guys order first.
Yep.
We'll get to me. All right, so music. That's a very, that's not on my list.
It's not, but I agree with it.
Music is not as important to me as it is to I think normal
of the
people.
world.
Most of the world. It's something. Don't get me wrong. Love music, but it's always more of it's been on the periphery for me, a tertiary something in my life. Matter of fact, it was always a distraction. Like it was distracting me from my crazy. The voices in my head. So that's music gets.
So heaven forbid we do that.
So the music gets in the way of
I
that.
just feel like I need to start humming all the time now. Now that I know that's the distraction for you.
But with the music thing, I like how you start tossing around your favorite bands of all time and so on and so forth. When I do that, you can really call me out on it every single time because any band that I would ever say, you go, okay, name 5 songs.
Right, you don't know.
Right, like Pearl Jam, it'd be about it.
Right.
And otherwise, I'm really more of a song by song person. Like there could be a song that just grabs me and it could grab me for months or longer.
So the internet age of music is perfect for you.
Yeah, but just to sit there and listen, like people just are always looking
down,
for
listening to classic albums, those assholes.
No, and I also mean new music too, like finding newer stuff.
Right.
Like the classic ones make more sense. Like go back to what you know, and you know what you're getting. But
You know what I can't stand? I can't stand the people that when you say you like a certain kind of music, people are like, oh, that sucks.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's-
So
Yeah.
who are you to tell me that sucks? That's what I enjoy.
What's your favorite kind of music?
Me? I really don't have a favorite kind. I'm very eclectic.
Yeah, I like everything too, man. Yeah, he actually said it right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I am. Like if you guys ever came,
Impressed.
if you ever went on a car ride with me, you would listen to my iPod and my mix or my CDs that I have. And it would be everything. Like everything. Like you would hear everything from Bruce Springsteen
That sucks.
to Dion and
That's
the
worse.
Belmonts.
Gay. That's my favorite. When people say that. Oh, that's gay. We used to I played something on 98 Rock. And this guy calls up for the Cage match. He goes, "Oh, that song's gay." I'm like, "That song's gay."
Yeah.
So that song actually made you go out and have sex with a man.
It happens all the time. That's why I don't listen to music. Music always makes me want to suck dick. Usually my own, and I just can't have that.
Again.
Sorry, Mom. How you doing?
Number 3.
Oh, so back to me then. Coming number 3, the top 5 things you don't feel like you could live without, excluding air and water and stuff like that. All right, coming in at number 3 is medicinal hemp.
Oh, because you have glaucoma.
Yep. It's a special glaucoma, though. It's a dim sim.
Why don't you just say
glaucoma.
regular weed?
I don't know, man, because I'm not Colorado or one of the other states it's legal, and so when I am in those states, I do like to.
I'm just waiting for that door that we blocked up behind you to bust out. So you can't see it on the screen, but there's a door.
So yeah, coming at number 3 then is because this stuff we can't live without, and I don't think that is something that I want to do without right now. Just like Diet Coke and
Well,
buffalo
you don't
wings.
want to, but could you?
Well, then that's a whole different discussion, right?
Yeah, no, that goes right back to the question: things I can't live without. But you're right, totally different discussion.
Without admitting that I'm any kind of an addict.
Right.
No, I don't think I can live without it right now.
Okay. Number 3 for me would be the internet.
Internet. That was on my original list.
From finding facts about dim sums to pornography, I need the internet.
I might have to put that back on my list.
The internet.
Yeah, and the reason I took it off is because I'd like to think that I could live without the internet. Like, give me a week or two. Now, granted, you'd have to go really fucking hippie, You'd have to kind of get on the fringe of society. But I'd like to think...
Like move to a leper colony.
Yeah, but I'd like to think that I could live without the internet. I think probably to prove to myself something, but in the end, that's probably going to be number 2 when we come back to me.
Okay.
Because in reality, the internet is the most one of the most amazing things that's happened in human history, connecting the world and ideas the way it does. So.
Okay. Ed.
Number 3 for me is beer.
Can't live without beer. And that goes back to the addiction problem. But I'm right there with you.
I think so far I've had the best list, by the way, but go ahead.
Well, why wouldn't you think that?
Popcorn,
Music.
and beer.
That's a fucking Saturday night right there, if I've ever heard of it.
Not bad, not bad. All right, well then I'm gonna have to. The number 2 on my list, I'm gonna have to put back in is internet.
Internet, number 2.
Internet, and for all the things that we just said.
Number 2 things I can't live without would be my family and my wife. That's number 2.
Oh, number 2, your family and your wife.
My family and my wife. Number 2, the things I can't live without.
Oh my God.
Why?
I can't wait to see what number 1's gonna
Why
be.
would you roll your eyes at that?
Because that is so gay.
If that shit doesn't make it on his list, he won't have a family or a wife.
So
which is
family and
foreshadowing.
wife, the fact that family and wife is number 2 on my list means I'm gay. Okay.
Not gay as in homo sapien. Gay.
No, I am. All right. All right.
Number 2 on your list.
No, I fucking forgot.
Popcorn, music,
I know number 1.
beer.
Well, we need number 2.
Oh, number 2 is karaoke.
Can't live. Oh, really? You don't want to live? You can't live without karaoke.
My wife is watching. Why
Number
would it
2.
be number 2? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Find out
exclamation
tomorrow.
point.
So you said number 2 is what again? Karaoke.
Karaoke, yeah.
You couldn't get by without karaoke.
No, I couldn't.
If they made karaoke illegal, would you start a militia?
Yes, I would. I would start a club. It would be called the Fight Karaoke Club. It would be underground, but nobody would know about it. And you'd have to be a member. You couldn't talk about it.
Why is karaoke that important to your life? Is it just a release? Is it an outlet for you?
Yeah, I think so. And it makes me feel like I can sing.
Aw. Do you ever listen to yourself?
Sometimes. Sure. What is that supposed
Which
to mean?
brings what?
What is that supposed to mean?
Number 1.
Coming down to number 1.
I'm ready for number 1.
Number 1 on my list of the 5 things that I don't want to live without is
And it's not my family, like Jesse.
it's even gayer. Love, parenthetically, my girlfriend and Roxy.
number
Lauren and
1.
Rox. Yep.
So my shit.
Internet was number 1 before you started having a conversation with.
No, internet was
Lauren.
number 3
Okay.
originally.
What was originally number 1?
No, her. Yeah.
Okay.
Or yeah. No, seriously.
Like,
Because in the
since-
end.
did you start writing that after she sent you angry?
No.
texts today?
No. This has been there.
Okay.
And the reason being is because of me during my sabbatical after radio left me. Went out, wandered the wilderness in my own way, my own head kind of thing, and there was a part of me that almost tried to remove myself from everything else and go, fuck it, I don't need anybody or anything, and this and this and this.
You went off the grid.
And then as I explored that, I realized how wrong that is. And as a human myself, I need love.
It's hard for you to say the word
As a
even.
human.
Is
And
it
yeah,
Fonz? I couldn't say I'm sorry.
and so as I thought about it, because in our relationship we've been together for almost 4 years now, I think, and it's been off and on twice.
Right.
And both times, I said I can't do a relationship anymore, and then twice, I came back, and she thankfully brought me back. And so I went through that and went, for all the reasons that we keep coming back together, I don't think I know I can't live without. I really did. I really wanted to live without love. I wanted to go, I don't need anybody else or need anything else, and I'll figure this shit out on my own because everybody else is fucking crazy. Then I realized that means you're the one. Yep. Okay. So, number 1 on Jesse Cage's list is not family or his wife. Number 1 is Bud Light. Thank you, Bud Light, for being a part of the...
Okay.
You got to change it. You got to change it around some stuff.
Crystal says,
This is where it gets very public accessy, and I love it.
I guess I'm still second to the Dolphins. Number 1 on the list, the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, Crystal!
Good job, babe.
Well done, Crystal.
Nicely played.
Well done. Once she sat,
It's really close though. It's like 1 and 2.
right.
I'm not telling
Listen, the Dolphins has been around since whatever year, and she's only been around since 1982 or so.
Dolphins quiz.
1972.
I'm so torn. The Dolphins make me cry.
Hooting the Blowfish.
There you go. All right.
All right, my
All right,
girl.
what's your number 1?
That was good. What?
What's your number 1?
Netflix.
Netflix.
So your family
really?
didn't even make the list.
No, I didn't know we were doing all that sappy shit.
It's things you can't live without.
The 5 things you can't live without.
Right.
Outside of air, water, and some of those basic things.
Right.
Yeah.
So your wife and your children
Of course.
didn't even enter your
But they're-
popcorn,
they're on-
music,
they're on the-
beer,
They're on the of course they have to be there list.
Oh, no, not necessarily.
You guys just did it so you can get ass tonight. And for me, it doesn't matter.
No, I didn't. I'm probably not getting ass now tonight because of my list.
He sent out this topic 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. We haven't got it. Was something that I got a chance to meditate on and think on. I was like, what are things? And that's why I had to come up with that stipulation. Well, shit, anytime you say can't, well, then air, water. So outside of that stuff, that's what I.
Weed.
Yeah, well, that's. Is that in the same category as water? It might be. That's on the of course list too.
So Netflix.
Netflix.
See, again, you get away with this shit. You can't. You don't have to say stuff like that because Haza, your wife would never watch this show.
You're right.
Fisher and Kage in the digital age.
Awesome!
Like them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube /Fisher and Kage.